So for this video, I'm going to go over the deck import and export tool that is in the Elder Scrolls Legends. This is what you've probably heard me reference in other videos where I talk about putting a deck code in the video description, and this is what I'm talking about. Now, this is something that Sparky Pants added in an update a while ago, and I've been trying to utilize it ever since. Other websites like Legends Decks have also built-in tools for you to import and export decks on their website as well, and so I'm going to show you a little bit of how each of those things works. And we're going to start with the basics, right? The very basics. If you want to export a deck, there is an option on this screen, and it's down here in the bottom right. And when you hover over it, it says export deck. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to click on this, and it's going to ask you to pick a deck to export. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to say, I want Manic Mid-Sorcerer here. And when I click on this, you get this little pop-up. Deck copied to clipboard. Now I'm going to go ahead and say OK. Now what that really means is there's a code. Now this code is a big string of characters, but these characters mean something to the interface. Now to kind of showcase this here, I'm going to pop up good old notepad and hit paste. And so this is the code. This is what you're probably seeing in my YouTube video descriptions. This is that Manic Mid-Sorcerer deck just in text form. Now, every deck that you create will create a different deck code, but you can use this to export your deck. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, well, that's great, but what do I do with this code? I've seen this code in your YouTube video descriptions, and believe it or not, I get people who ask, and they say, hey, I don't know how to use this code. Like, it's great that you provide it to me, but what do I do with it? So, this code is still copied to my clipboard, right? I haven't overwrit it. Like, I can actually just keep spamming paste here, and it'll continue to be there because it's on my clipboard. So if I want to use this code to create a deck, right? So I've copied this code from someplace else. All you have to do is while it's in your clipboard, hit new deck, and you're going to get a little prompt that says a deck list is on your clipboard. Well, gee, that's nice and easy and convenient. Do you want to import this deck? And I'm going to say yes. Yes, I do. And wouldn't you know it, there is the Manic Mid-Sorcerer deck. Now you will see that it says new deck, so it's not like it keeps the icon and my cheeky fun names, so you guys will miss out on those. But when I post these lists, you can use these codes to import them. Even if you don't want to use the list in its entirety, you can use it as a starting point and then make your own changes. It just makes it very, very, in my opinion, nice and easy. So we'll go ahead and we'll say like test here, just so that we know that this is a deck, and there you see it, test, right? Manic Mid-Sorcerer, still here. I didn't hurt my own list by exporting it, didn't do anything like that, and we see the new one up here. Now, another thing that you can do, as I said, is use certain websites. So we're going to go ahead and I'm actually going to bring up legendsdecks.com. This is where I frequently will post lists. Well, not frequently. But this is where I typically post lists when I do post them. For example, I recently did the deck spotlight video on my mid-range assassin list. I also posted it here, legendary deck spotlight, Jack Assassin. We can see the video here. Here's the list, but Legends Decks has done this really cool thing where if you scroll all the way down on the right-hand side, there's this export tool. And if I say export to the Elder Scrolls Legends, it's going to have this pop up and it's going to have the code. Now I could click in here and I could say like select all copy, or I could just hit copy to clipboard and it'll say, hey, deck list copied, sweet. And you do the exact same thing. So while I have that deck list copied, I can come back to Legends and I can say, hey, I want to import this. All you have to do is hit new deck while it's in your clipboard. I'm going to get that same prompt. Do you want to import this deck? I'll say yes. And as you can see, it is now the assassin list that I copied from Legends Decks. So we're going to go ahead and we'll name this test 2, just so that we can see that again, when I save it, it's here. Now, for the final piece, if you build a deck here and you want to share it with the world and you want to post it on something like Legends Decks or any other website that takes the codes, you can, again, click on export. And then we'll say, like, I want to export my Heresy deck. You get the little pop-up, deck copied to clipboard. You'll hit OK. And then if we go back to Legends Decks, for example, and instead of being here, let's go to the deck builder, right? Because, again, I'm importing a deck from Legends to here now. when you're in the deck builder on Legends decks, you can come down here to this button that says import, click on it, and it's going to say, hey, press the export button in Elder Scrolls Legends, and once you have the copied to clipboard message, you paste the result here. So again, there's the deck code, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say import. And now you can see that the Crusader deck that I had copied has now auto-loaded. So you can import and you can export and you can send this to various websites. You can do all sorts of cool things with these deck codes. I'm very, very happy. I'm very, very excited that Sparky Pants added this to the game. And this is why I've been trying to put the codes in my YouTube videos, because I want it to be easier on you guys and gals when you want to import or export things. Now, one last note. I've been told that copying from the video description on YouTube mobile is kind of a pain, and I'm sorry about that. I don't have a good workaround at the moment. So my deck codes are typically in the video description, but if you are a good Samaritan and you want to help out, you can feel free to take the deck code if you're on PC or wherever, copy it, and then just paste it in the comments. I've been told some people can copy from the comments, but not the description. So maybe you want to help out, do something like that. But this is it. This is the process. As I said, I actually had a couple of people say, hey, I don't know how to use these codes. Like, I'm happy you're giving them to me, but what do I do with it? So now you know. Hopefully this helps you. And yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate you. And until next time, may you walk on warm sands.